Hey guys, how's it going? I just thought that I would make a video. I haven't done this in a while where I've just chatted with you guys and hung out. Um, I've been very, very busy and have had very little time to myself, very little time to actually sit down and just talk about things. I've had a lot of changes happen in my life recently, and I'm finally getting a little bit of a slowdown, but I know things are starting to amp up here now that we're in Aries season. I want to talk with you guys today, my friends, with opening the heart, okay? Opening up the heart space and how important this actually is right now for our planet and how important it actually is for you. Because if you want to actually bring into your reality things that align, there should be a coherence between the heart space and the mind and even the throat. Being able to have these three areas in alignment is very vital for those of you who are really trying to manifest something new into your life. And I know around springtime, a lot of people are really, they get amped up for that energy of completely brand new, things are blooming. So why I want to talk about opening up the heart space is because this is so important to a lot of people and their energies that I connect with here on my channel. A lot of people that are going through processes or relationships that have made them become closed off. I've been getting a lot of readings where individuals are wondering, they're wondering, what's going to happen. This person is not talking to me. There's someone who isn't giving me their time. I'm getting a lot of readings around people putting investment into something and then it's not, coming back to them in the same kind of energy. And I thought it would be good to just talk, just chat a little bit about this, because I would never condone for a person to continue putting a ton of energy if they're getting absolutely nothing in return. Now, there are times when the other person is just, they're not ready. Okay, they're not ready, or literally you don't know what's going on. Maybe they've pulled back for some reason, right? Not every situation is a situation where you have to completely remove yourself, okay? Sometimes it is a case of the other individual is going through something, because we all go through things, right? We all go through specific stages in our life where things are harder than they would have been before, or harder on us, harder on people around us. And maybe there's people who have a lot of pressure that's coming in at them. So for you, okay, for anyone who's experiencing this type of situation where you're putting a lot of energy into something, pull back, right? And you start pulling your energy back. This creates a space. It creates a space for that person to come forward. And it also creates a space for you to figure out what it is that you want. Because sometimes when we are investing a lot of our energy into another person to get any kind of validation, or to know whether or not that they like us or they love us, it starts taking away from our energy and what we could be putting into ourselves, right? So to reflect that back onto you, it's a really good idea to take the opportunity, if someone is not giving you any energy, to actually pull yours back, to go within yourself and take the lesson, like, okay, why have I been putting so much investment into a specific person? Why have I been doing that? And let me tell you, this is something that I'm learning as well. I got to be careful how much energy I put into specific people. I've always been guilty in the past of wishful thinking, or putting myself into situations where I've given to a person and then I don't have anything left to give. This is how I used to be in the past. I used to always try harder and harder and harder. And the harder you have to try, the more closed off you can actually become. And An open heart allows an open space. It allows the other person to come like and go at their leisure. Like, let the person be free if that's really what they want. Now, I'm not saying let them come and go and fuck with you. I'm not saying that. I'm saying for those of you that know that the other person has a reason why they're not giving their energy to you, let them go. Okay? Like, let them be free. This is one of the biggest lessons I've been learning lately, is just let go. Just let go. If they're meant to be there, they're meant to be there. And the difference between an individual fucking with you and messing with you and someone who genuinely has a problem is, or has problems in their life, is that one will be talking and telling you this and the other will not. Okay? The other will not be telling you anything. And that's more like a manipulation. That's more like, you know, I'm just not going to tell you anything, you know. And if a person doesn't tell you anything, they're fucking with you. Like, if you ask someone, like, what's going on? Are we on the same page, right? Are things going in there? And they say, I need time, or something like that. Let them have it. Let them have it. It's like, that's at least my opinion on it, you know? Because it's often when we really love somebody, when we really care about someone, we have to let them, we have to loosen the reins. Sometimes we have to just let them go and let them be free. It's the only way sometimes. We can't force ourselves onto another person. We can't. And this is one of the lessons of having an open heart and an open mind at the same time. Because if you can remove yourself from the obsessive thoughts, because they can get bad, of a reason as to why someone is not talking to you. And this can apply to all kinds of relationships, soul relationships, karmic, you know, whatever you want to call it. It doesn't matter. Any relationship or friendship with anyone. It could even be a family member, right? That you're just kind of annoyed they're not giving you what it is you're asking for. You can open your mind up to a space. Sorry, I kind of lost my train of thought there. You can open your mind up to a space where you learn about yourself and just how much it is that you can do. How much you can do without another person. How much you can do without validation. How much you can do without needing another individual to bring you any kind of validation. And I know this is hard. This is very hard, especially when you love someone or you're in love with someone. But knowing that trusting your heart, trusting your mind, that you're going to be able to make the right decision for your heart and also make the right decision logically, and using rationale, like pay attention to the facts, right? The facts that I'm going to talk about here in a second, the facts of what's actually happening. Okay. So it's very easy to tell when a person is fucking with you. Okay. And when they're fucking with you, it has to do with the way that they're doing it. If it's at a distance, right? And that person is not even saying a word at all, and they continuously pull back, and you have no idea why, that person's probably fucking around. Okay? Now, sometimes there's a time when they just don't know what to say. A person doesn't know what to say, and you'll know that as well. Every situation is unique. But a person who is messing with you will not tell you anything. Okay? They won't want to say, they won't have a reason. They will feel entitled to what it is that they're doing, and it will make you feel like shit. Okay? But on the other vein, if this is someone who is having, you know, they need freedom, or there's something going on in their life, or something where they just cannot give to you like they did before, and they tell you, I need time, that's different. Okay? That is someone who's actually needing to handle something. And if they drop off the planet, that's what happens. That's what happens, and you move on. You move forward. Like, you don't spend too much time waiting around. If you spend too much time waiting around for someone who isn't talking to you, we have an unrequited love situation. We have something where, you know, it's not a case of trusting timing at that juncture. It is a case of unrequited love and possibly even obsession. It can get into those areas. And if you haven't handled it, you start getting lonely. You start spending all this time investing your heart and your energy into this person, but you're not paying attention to the facts. Okay, the facts are still important. What is happening here? Are they communicating with you? Are they giving you the time of day? Do you even know if they love you? Do you even know how they feel? Or are you making things up? You know, are you trying to make excuses for this individual? Has your life stopped? Has your life stopped? That's a big one, actually. Has your life stopped in some way? Like, have you not allowed love in? Have you not allowed other people to talk to you about this individual? Have you not moved beyond it? Are you still clinging? Are you still hoping? Like, a lot. Because let me tell you something about hope. Hope is a beautiful thing, but at the same time, all things have their downside. And hope can actually become an addiction. Hope can become something that we cling on to when we're being, you know, dragged through the mire, through the mud, right? Hope is a very big stop sign, okay? Here's something I want to say, is that if there's someone you love, no matter what kind of relationship it is that you want with them, if you are clinging onto hope as your last resort to ever even seeing that person again, be careful. Because hope itself, it can be a driving factor. It can keep pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing you to keep going. And even when it's long past its due date, even when now you're hurting yourself and your chances at life. So be careful with hope, because it's hope can be good, but hope can also be bad. And I think this is something that a lot of people forget. They always think, you know, we get taught on television and movies and in books that hope is the only way. But the thing about hope is that it's not always the only way. Sometimes hope is actually detrimental. It can get a person stuck, and you can hope yourself into the ground. You can. So pay attention, right? Open heart means not just allowing yourself to let someone be free, but it also means letting yourself be free. Because if you have to let someone go, why does that mean that you cannot move forward, right? Why does it mean that you can't have an open heart to other experiences if this person has to go do whatever it is they got to do, right? So yeah, I just kind of wanted to talk about that. And it's so important right now in our society for everybody to open the heart up more, to just let new experiences in. Because there's a lot of people, I think, with the virus that are hanging on to ideas or thought patterns or thought forms or things like that that are actually keeping the heart space from opening up wider, so that you can actually allow in new experiences and actually have a core heart intelligence about what's going on around you. Most of society doesn't really have that. Most people don't really experience life from the center here of themselves. Most people are all up here, okay? You can get all here. You can get all here, but not have anything, connecting between you and the mind. So it's very vital right now in the world that we live in to stop separating ourselves based on all kinds of labels, all kinds of bullshit. Okay, it is up to us to make the new story, to make the new way, okay, that we want to see our world unfold. Because otherwise, we're going to just keep repeating history over and over. And if we don't start opening our hearts up to letting people be free, okay, to the fact that they don't need to be attached to all these other useless junk, I'm going to be honest with you, we can actually open up a bigger space for freedom for everybody, for everyone to actually explore and become strong and grow and know thyself, know themselves, because the hardest part about knowing yourself is actually going in the heart. Okay, what in your heart is has been weakened, that you may cling on to others, or invest into others over and over and over, even though it might not even be the best of times, right? And I think that comes from maybe a fear of losing, and then too much hope, like clinging and clinging and clinging. So take an active part. Some of you guys, sorry, my eyes are Jane. Okay, sorry about that. Take an active part in creating your own experience here. And that means allowing your heart to be open and free, and allowing new experiences to come in, integrate them, and integrate new ideas, new thoughts, coexist. Okay, the heart and the mind should coexist as one unit that is able to love and be compassionate, but at the same time pay attention to what is happening around you in a smart way. Don't let toxic energies or toxic people in a sense, but at the same time, sometimes we have to experience that so we can learn and grow and become stronger and open our hearts even wider, because it's through the pain process, it's through the process of pain that you can learn to have a bigger heart. Otherwise we close down and we start, we get into a little ball, and then all that's messed up after that. You're closed down. You're not, you're clinging on to different things and hoping that something will just make sense. But you have just as much right to take an active part in what's going on in your experience with the heart as you do with the mind. And I think if a lot more people were opening their heart up instead of thinking like they have all the answers in the head, okay, we would have a better coherent society, a better coherent way of living, and people would be communicating a lot better. And, we'd be calling each other friend. You know what I mean? And yeah. Okay. So that's what I wanted to talk about, because I've been getting a lot of readings, and I had some recent comments on one of my videos. I believe, the person's name was Isla. I'm wishing you much healing. Okay. She's someone who got diagnosed with COVID. I hope that she heals and things move forward for her. I just want to put out my sympathies to that person, and I hope that things move forward for you. Okay. All right. I will see you guys later. Hopefully I'll do these more. I thought about opening up a vlog channel. A lot of tarot readers do that, and I don't know, because I kind of put everything here if I want to post it on YouTube. But kind of like I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know. Would you like a more centered blog, a centered vlogs based around spirituality and all the things I know here? Do you want it here, or would you want a new one? I don't know. Or maybe just, talking about my life. I don't really do vlogging. So what do you think? What do you guys think? All right. I'll see you all later. Bye.